It's a pleasure this afternoon to be sitting here with Ambassador Ron Prosor. One of Hadassah's major concerns is children. And we've been watching the children now sitting in the shelters because of the attacks and the bombs coming in from Gaza. And looking to you to tell us a little bit about the impact this is having on the population of Israel.
Marcie, first of all, thank you. Thank you for having me here. I know what Hadassah does. I know what Hadassah stands for. And I also want to use this opportunity to say thank you for the amazing work that you're doing. We have completely disengaged out of Gaza, to the green lines, to the 1967 lines. And what we got in response, missiles flying in and out, more than 1 million people in a situation where they have to run over in 15 seconds to find shelter. All our eyes and all our hearts go out to the people and the children of the southern part of Israel. And I hope they'll be able to have calm. And it's important, the message to the international community should be very, very clear. If it's calm in Israel, it's going to be calm in Gaza. And if people think that after we disengage out of Gaza, we will allow a situation where rockets keep on flying or raining into Israel, and my message is that you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that if rockets fall on your head, you're allowed to defend yourself.
Last week, AIPAC met. Iran was truly the topic of discussion, so I'd love to hear from you and have you speak to our members about how you see that playing out.
Well, I think the Iran question goes way and beyond just the issue of Israel. This is a threat that is a threat to the international community as such. We're talking about an Ayatollah regime with delivery systems and aspiring, as everyone today knows, for nuclear weapons. And ideologically spreading terrorism way and beyond the boundaries of the Middle East. So you see things that are taking place in Washington Beltway, trying to knock off the Saudi ambassador, in Thailand, in India, in Georgia, in Azerbaijan. They're not stopping at red. Iranian Revolutionary Guards are consultants to Bashar Assad to butcher his own population. And my point to everyone who listens is just look at Iran's behavior patterns when they do not have nuclear weapons. And what would it mean with Iran with nuclear weapons? So all in all, I would say that this is maybe the #1 issue. I feel that the Iranian nuclear weapons program can be seen as the express train that runs in real quick velocity to its destination, and the international community is like this local train that stops at every station. Sometimes the Russians go off, the Chinese come in, the Brazilians go off, and if this local train that stops at every station doesn't really begin to accelerate, there's no way that it would stop this express train on the way to achieving nuclear weapons that would change the whole strategic environment.
Hadassah represents now 330,000 women. We started out 100 years ago with a very small group of 48 women who understood the need to empower other women at a time when, at least here in the United States, women did not even have the right to vote. So we've come a long way, but we understand that the empowerment of women is still an issue on the world stage and on the American stage as well. Can you talk a little bit about how you see that playing out in the United Nations?
Absolutely. And thank you for the question, because Israel, at least in the Israeli mission at the UN, the empowerment of women and things that we do with children, basically present Israel in a completely different light among the nations of the world. People do not know what Israel does, and not enough is being said beyond the issue of the conflict. So you would be proud to see Israel presenting of what we do in empowerment of women, sustainable development, and all part of what we call Tikkun Olam.
In October, we are coming 2,000, I hope 2,000 plus strong, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Hadassah and to dedicate our new hospital tower, the Sarah Wetzman Davidson Hospital Tower. For our membership now, if you could speak a little bit about what we can do for Israel, for the people of Israel.
First of all, I have to say that I congratulate you on your centennial.
Thank you.
This is, from 48 women to 330,000 strong. And this solidarity with Israel, with coming over to Jerusalem, the capital, the eternal capital of the Jewish people. I feel that this is a strong message. I know you're working hard at it. And the most important thing to my mind is that you're doing tangible things in Israel. That people not just can see, but also that make a difference. And they make a difference in how we heal ourselves and how we, as a culture, also take care of the elderly, of the children, and basically show an amazing deed that, together in 60-something years, the State of Israel, in this partnership, has been able, with all this amazing neighborhood around us, that doesn't include Benelux countries like Luxembourg or Liechtenstein, but a different environment, to really be on the cutting edge of technology, of medicine, with amazing minds in nearly every field. You're making a difference. You're making a difference to Israel's society and making us really a beacon among the nations.
I thank you and hope to continue to partner with you as we move into our second 100 years. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very, very much. And I want to tell everyone in Hadassah, I, as Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, walk these corridors of the United Nations, tall and proud, knowing who I represent, what I represent, and I feel very, very proud to be in partnership with you, and wishing you a wonderful 100 additional years, because you formed Hadassah when the State of Israel was still a dream. And now it's a dream being realized, and you're making sure that this reality is becoming stronger and stronger from strength to strength. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you.